What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. We're out here on Lake Lanier, and conditions are a little bit different from what they were earlier this week. Water's up pretty high. The water's definitely stained, at least in the creeks right here. Last night into yesterday morning, we got a ton of rain, high winds, hail, tornado watch, the whole 9 yards. So I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna have one rod, one reel out, one bait, and we're gonna be throwing around a jig. Now, the jig is one of my confidence lures. It's something that I threw back home a lot. I haven't really thrown it a lot here on Lanier. So I'm gonna lock that thing in my hand, and we're gonna try to get to work with the jig, and we'll see how things go. But other than that, let's make a run. So I apologize for any wind noise. It's blowing out here today, which you can probably tell from the camera. But that could be a good thing for the fishing because it could set them up on this shallow rock. There we go. First jig fish. First jig fish of the day. Oh, it's such a fun bite. Such a fun bite. Nice. First spot, first jig fish. Right there. This guy's got a messed up mouth. Probably a victim of a cold tag, one of those piercing cold tags that they used to use, but cool, decent little guy. Start the day. Thanks, buddy. Get away from the stock real quick, but there's another spot on the jig. Such a fun bite. Such a fun bite, man. Cool. Thanks, Bubba. So I'm throwing a little finesse jig with a baby rage crawl on there. And like I was saying, that baby rage crawl, when it's kicking on its way down, it's looking like a dying shad or bluegill, just falling. Or it looks like a crawfish once you get it to the bottom and start working it. There we go. I don't think it's a big one, but another jig fish, and it freaking slacking it when I... All right. Come on, Bubba. Ain't that bad. One flips only. Oh my God. I didn't think he was that big. That's a good spot right there. Jig, pinned him right in the snout. So I know right now a lot of guys are talking about the fluke bite, the top water bite, and those are great, but something about a jig bite, man, awesome. So nice little fish, must be just getting done spawning, or might still be spawning, I don't know, but let's get her right back. Oh, I didn't even feel that bite. I just started feeling him pulling. Come on, Bubba. Come on now. Look at that, that's how you want them. Right there in the roof of the mouth. Cool. So that's why when you look for a finesse jig, if you're not feeling the bites, you might not get the best hook set on them. So I like to use finesse jigs with like really light wire hooks. So the fish sort of set the hooks on themselves with them. There we go. Oh, there's a school of them there. I threw out a school of fish with scope, and there were about 4 of them. Oh, this guy wanted it too. That's buried, man. What's up with them having sores on their sides? Like, I don't understand. It seems like spots, for whatever reason, have those sores behind their fins. And And even if they're not open and bleeding like that, like if you look at every spot, it has like a wound that looks like it healed over with new scales. I don't know if they like get super aggressive and run into each other, or maybe it's their style of spawning, they're just aggressive. I don't know. But if you guys have any idea, please comment down below. There we go. Another one on the jig. He hit it right under the trolling motor. He followed it. I saw him following it on live scope for a minute along the bottom. It's not a bad spot again. But it's only. Whoa. Dang, that's a good one, man. Man, he wanted that jig. Look at that. Freaking hey. Fish must be up shallow spawning still, or just getting done. He's bleeding all over my boat from his tail. I know I said boat flips only, but I think my line's pretty straight, so there's another jig spot right in the corner of the mouth. Spot on the jig. Nice, man. So much fun. Sweet. Let's go. Didn't even feel that one eat either. She just kind of started swimming off the bank. I saw my line moving. She actually hooked herself, basically. Like I was saying with that light wire hook. Another spot right there on that jig. There we go. Is that a big one? That might be a big one. Oh, this one might be a big one, guys. Sure as heck fighting with that. He ain't even that big. He was fighting like it though. Good Lord. Go on the jig again. Another nice spotty. There's a really shallow brush pile here off the one marker, and I threw at it. I didn't even see a fish, and like 4 of them came out and just backed it. Oh, that was a giant. Oh my God. Holy smokes. That was a 4-pound spot. Pulled out of that brush pile. He jumped and shook the hook. Even though the light wire hook helps a lot with getting a higher hookup ratio on these fish, you also have a higher chance that they can throw the hook if they come up and jump like that. In my opinion, spots have a lot tougher of a mouth. So let me go over my setup real quick. What I throw these little finesse jigs on is a Phoenix Feather casting rod. It's a 7'1" heavy, and it's actually not really a heavy action. The reason I bought this rod is because they're rated heavier than what they really are. This is more like a medium heavy. It's got a good tip on it, not too strong for these little hooks to bend them out. It really has good backbone to drive that hook into their mouth. I'm throwing this on an 8 1-to-1 reel to pick up line, and Seaguar 15-pound of Braze-X because I'm fishing it on rock and around wood and stuff. You want that little bit more of abrasion resistance. My drag's so loose every time. Get in here. Come on now. Another skinny post-spawn fish. Thanks, buddy. Alright guys, well that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. It was something a little different, throwing around a jig, where typically I'm throwing like a drop shot, swim bait, shaky head, fluke, top water, you know, which is really popular for this time of year, the post spawn and them moving into their summer patterns back offshore. But there's still a good population of fish up shallow, and that's due to the spawn and also the herring spawn that keeps them up there on these play points, saddles, stuff like that. So tomorrow I'm going out with my buddy Michael, and we're gonna do a video on flukes, and especially the 100 swim baits hard body fluke, the glitch. I'm gonna be doing a video on that and showing you how to work it and when to use it, stuff like that. So stay tuned for some more content. Until next time, peace.